Channel 8 News on the Move with Don Harris, Bob Gooding, Jack Van Roy, and Vern Landquist. And now, Don Harris.
Good evening. It's bad out tonight.
Home tonight for the first time, and his dad will be up all night with him, just thinking about the Longhorn of the future. We hope you'll be back with us again tomorrow night. Good night.
News 8 on the Move has been presented in part by Restland and Laurel Land Memorial Parks and Funeral Homes. Join us tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. for News 8, etc.
This is News 8, the scene tonight, the sights and sounds of today.
News 8, the 10 o'clock update with Iola Johnson and Tracy Rowlett, Troy Dungan with weather, and Vern Lundquist with sports.
Good evening. One of the wealthiest men in Texas paid...
News 8, the weekend update with John Criswell, Steve Newman with weather, and George Reba with sports.
News 8 at 6 with Iola Johnson and Tracy Rowlett, Troy Dungan with weather, and Vern Lundquist on sports.
Good evening and welcome to News 8 at 6.
The News 8 update with Iola Johnson and Tracy Rowlett, Troy Dungan with weather, and Vern Lundquist on sports.
Good evening, and thank you very much for joining us.
The News 8 update with Iola Johnson, Tracy Rowlett, Troy Dungan with weather, and Bill McAtee on sports.
Good evening. Tracy Rowlett is taking the night off.
Well, Phyllis Watson, Troy Dungan with weather, and Dale Hansen on sports.
People living near a West Dallas lead smelter are rejoicing at news the plant will stay closed. Good afternoon. I'm David Margulies. John and Phyllis both have the day off.
This is the News 8 update with Tracy Rowlett, Iola Johnson, Troy Dungan with weather, and Vern Lundquist.
Channel 8 rose to prominence again, and by the 1980s would become the market leader.
This is the News 8 update with Iola Johnson, Tracy Rowlett, Troy Dungan with weather, and Carl Archie on sports.
Good evening from a snowy national capital tonight where the...
This is Dale Hansen's Sports Special.
The spirit of Texas on air.
This is News 8 Midday with Stan Miller, Phyllis Watson, and Scott Sams in the Weather Center. This is News 8 Midday with Stan Miller, Gloria Campos, and Scott Sams in the Weather Center. This is News 8 at 5. with Phyllis Watson. John Criswell. Troy Duncan with weather. And Dale Hansen on sports. This is News 8's First News. With Phyllis Watson. John Criswell. Troy Duncan with weather. And Dale Hansen on sports.
Our aim cannot be to punish South Africa with economic sanctions.
Texas on air.
This is News 8 with Tracy Rowland, Midge Hill, Troy Duncan with weather.
The spirit of Texas on air.
This is the News 8 update with Tracy Rowlett, John Criswell, Troy Duncan with weather, and Dale Hansen on sports. With David Margulies, Midge Hill, Jim Littleton with weather, and Tony Martinez on sports.
The spirit of Texas on air.
This is the News 8 update with Midge Hill, Jim Littleton with weather, and Tony Martinez on sports. We've won. 8 update with David Margulies, Jim Littleton with weather, followed by Dale Hansen Sports Special.
The spirit of Texas on air.
This is the News 8 update with Tracy Rowlett, John Criswell, Troy Duncan with weather, and Dale Hansen on sports.
There was completely no justification.
The spirit of Texas on air.
This is the News 8 update with Iola Johnson, Tracy Rowlett, Troy Duncan with weather, and Dale Hansen on sports.
The spirit of Texas on air.
This is the News 8 update with Midge Hill, Jim Littleton with weather, and Tony Martinez on sports.
All of the findings during the surgery were absolutely...
It's 5 o'clock, and this is WFAA TV Channel 8. Working in the spirit of Texas. This is News 8 with John Criswell, Phyllis Watson, Troy Duncan with weather, and Dale Hansen on sports.
An Air Force B-1 bomber has crashed in southeastern Colorado.
It's 10 o'clock, and this is WFAA TV Channel 8. Working in the spirit of Texas. This is News 8 with Tracy Rowlett, John Criswell, Troy Duncan with weather, and Dale Hansen on sports.
The hours drag by in Midland. 18-month-old Jessica McClure is still trapped in an abandoned well.
It's 10 o'clock, and this is WFAA TV, Channel 8. Working in the spirit of Texas. This is News 8 with Tracy Rowlett, John Criswell, Troy Duncan with weather, and Dale Hansen on sports. Working in the spirit of Texas, WFAA TV presents Quinn Matthews and Scott Sams. This is News 8 Daybreak.
Head on.
In the spirit of Texas, WFAA TV presents Lisa McCree, Quinn Matthews, and Scott Sams. This is News 8 Midday.
He loved Dallas.
Working in the spirit of Texas, WFAA TV presents Tracy Rowlett, John Criswell, Troy Duncan, and Dale Hansen. This is News 8 at 6.
It was a 9-1.
Working in the spirit of Texas, WFAA TV presents Tracy Rowlett, Gloria Campos, Troy Duncan, and Dale Hansen. This is News 8 at 6.
We've had now.
WFAA TV presents Tracy Rowlett, Chip Moody, Troy Duncan, and Dale Hansen. This is the News 8 Update.
The important thing.
Working in the spirit of Texas, WFAA TV presents Gloria Campos, John McKay, Bill Evans, and Dale Hansen. This is the News 8 Update. Working in the spirit of Texas, WFAA TV presents John McKay, Scott Sams, and Dale Hansen. This is the News 8 Update.
Hey, see the calluses on my hand?
It's 10 o'clock, and this is WFAA TV, Channel 8. Working in the spirit of Texas. This is News 8. With Chip Moody, Gloria Campos, Bill Evans with weather, followed by Dale Hansen Sports Special.
I saw the fireball and then the noise hit me.
Working in the spirit of Texas, WFAA TV presents Tracy Rowlett, Chip Moody, Troy Duncan, and Dale Hansen. This is the News 8 Update.
A shooting death in...
Working in the spirit of Texas, WFAA TV, News 8 presents Quinn Matthews, Lisa McCree, and Scott Sams. This is News 8 Midday. Working in the spirit of Texas, WFAA TV, News 8 presents Chip Moody, Lisa McCree, Troy Duncan, and Dale Hansen. This is News 8 at 5.
I think a clear...
Working in the spirit of Texas, WFAA TV, News 8 presents Tracy Rowlett, Chip Moody, Troy Duncan, and Dale Hansen. This is the News 8 Update.
Bill knows that they're...
Working in the spirit of Texas, WFAA TV, News 8 presents Tracy Rowlett, Gloria Campos, Troy Duncan, and Dale Hansen. This is News 8 at 6.
A Dallas police officer has just been hurt in the pursuit of an armed hold-up suspect. Good evening, everybody, and thank you for joining us. I'm Chip Moody. Gloria has the night off.
Working in the spirit of Texas, WFAA TV, News 8 presents Tracy Rowlett, Chip Moody, Troy Duncan, and Dale Hansen. This is the News 8 Update.
Truck and said, this is what Dale County did to me.
Live from Washington, D.C., Inauguration 93. This is News 8 Midday.
William Jefferson Clinton, do solemnly swear.
Chip Moody, John McKay, Troy Duncan, and Dale Hansen. This is News 8 at 5.
Time to put it.
Working in the spirit of Texas, WFAA-TV News 8 presents Tracy Rowlett, Gloria Campos, Troy Duncan, and Dale Hansen. This is News 8 at 6. Working in the spirit of Texas, WFAA-TV News 8 presents Brad Watson, Neil Barton, and Brian Jensen. This is the News 8 Update. Working in the spirit of Texas from WFAA-TV. This is News 8 at 6. Working in the spirit of Texas from WFAA-TV. This is the News 8 Update.
I cannot.
Working in the spirit of Texas from WFAA-TV. This is News 8 Midday.
A line of potentially severe thunderstorms is heading our way from the northwest.
The ever-changing North Texas weather tops our news at midday. Thank you for joining us.
Working in the spirit of Texas from WFAA-TV. This is the News 8 Update.
I'm thankful for the opportunity to be able to talk and walk.
Working in the spirit of Texas from WFAA-TV. This is the News 8 Update. The following is a special presentation from WFAA-TV and News 8, the spirit of Texas. It's history in the making. Light rail comes to Texas. After 13 years, loud controversy, and huge cost. DART. A ticket to ride. Now your hosts, Gloria Campos and Chip Moody.
Good evening, everybody. Well, it's 2 days and counting, and the DART trains are about ready to roll.
DART's new light rail system is the largest public works project in North Texas since DFW opened in 1974.
Live from WFAA-TV, Channel 8, it's Good Morning Texas.
And good Tuesday morning.
From WFAA-TV, Channel 8, the spirit of Texas. This is News 8 at 6.
Good evening. Our local news continues with the...
From WFAA-TV, Channel 8, the spirit of Texas. This is News 8 at 6.
And he has repeatedly, unequivocally lied to the Ethics Committee and to the American people about it.
From WFAA-TV, Channel 8, the spirit of Texas. This is the News 8 Update.
From WFAA-TV, News 8, the spirit of Texas, this is News 8 at 9 a.m. Good morning, Texas.
Good morning, and thanks very much for joining.
From WFAA-TV, News 8, the spirit of Texas, this is News 8 at 9 a.m. Good morning, Texas.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Debbie Denman.
From WFAA-TV, Channel 8, the spirit of Texas, this is News 8 Daybreak Sunday.
From WFAA-TV, Channel 8, the spirit of Texas, News 8 special coverage continues.
Open the marketplace, the green button.
From WFAA-TV, Channel 8, the spirit of Texas, this is News 8 at 5. From WFAA-TV, Channel 8, the spirit of Texas, this is News 8 at 6.
We are in...
From WFAA-TV, Channel 8, the spirit of Texas, this is News 8 at 6.
We do have a lot of people out there who are misinformed about some aspect of voting.
From WFAA-TV, Channel 8, the spirit of Texas, this is the News 8 Update.
Tonight,
You're watching the News 8 Updates with Gloria Campos, John McKay, Troy Duncan, and Dale Hansen.
This is News 8 Now. I can. This is News 8 Now with Macy Jepson, Jeff Brady, and Troy Duncan. This is News 8 Now. This is News 8 Now. This is News 8 Now. With Gloria Campos, John McKay, Troy Duncan, and Dale Hansen.
Attention cooks and chefs.
This is News 8 Now. With Gloria Campos, John McKay, Troy Duncan, and Dale Hansen.
By the end of this month, traffic planners hope to select the path for a new toll road through southern Dallas.
This is News 8 Now. This is News 8 Now with Brad Hawkins, Rebecca Rodriguez, Steve McCauley, and Joe Trahan. This is News 8 Now.
Good morning, Texas. I'm Debbie Denman.
And I'm Brad Watson. We can't say thank you, first of all, to all of you.
This is News 8 Now.
They rode, pretty much rode the structure down.
Harrowing moments for 5 men working on the new Texas Instruments water fabrication plant. Good afternoon. I'm Michael Ray.
And I'm Alexa Economist. Thank you for joining us.
This is News 8 Now.
Yeah.
This is News 8 Now.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Gloria Campos.
I'm John McKay. A baby girl is in critical condition.
This is News 8 Now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Gloria Campos.
I'm John McKay. We're going to begin tonight with some breaking news in Dallas. Police.
Live from Victory Park, you're watching News 8 Daybreak in high definition with Cynthia Izaguirre, Chris Flanagan, Greg Fields, and Alexa Economos. Live from Victory Park, this is News 8 Midday in high definition.
This is the story of the day, and the countdown is on. The digital transition happens in just minutes.
And the only thing I could do was run.
I just told him, leave the car, let's get away from it.
It's been like a war zone down here.
The building started shaking.
Boom, cans start flying left and right, hundreds of yards.
Live from Victory Park, this is News 8 Now in high definition.
Good evening. I'm Gloria Campos. Thanks for joining us at Victory Park in high definition.
This is News 8 Now in high definition.
Caught on tape and now in the hands of investigators trying to take a dog-fighting ring down.
You're watching News 8 Now in high definition. With Gloria Campos, John McKay, Troy Duncan, and Dale Hansen.
3, 2.
8 Now in high definition. With Gloria Campos, John McKay, Pete Delkus, and Dale Hansen. is News 8 Now in high definition.
News 8 Now in high definition. With Gloria Campos, John McKay, Pete Delkus, and Dale Hansen.
I wish they'd use that other picture Pete had a moment ago.
Live from Victory Park, this is News 8 at 10.
We start tonight with breaking news.
This is News 8 Now in high definition.
She had the flu but wasn't given the treatment. Did a Tamiflu shortage cost this teen her life?
Plus, Dallas Mavericks star Dirk Nowitzki finally talks about his ex and her baby claim.
And pot plants growing along the levees?
Also, paid to wed. Tonight, new information in the life of accused terrorist Hossam Samadi, his wife, the agreement, and the desire to leave Texas.
This is News 8 Now in high definition.
Good evening, I'm John McKay.
And I'm Gloria Campos. You're watching the News 8 Update in HD.
Live from Victory Park, this is News 8 Midday.
Things like these are an absolute menace to someone like me.
They're sold in North Texas stores. The illegal contact lenses making optometrists cringe and threatening your health.
Plus 6 shootings in 1 month. Dallas police explaining why an off-duty officer shot and killed a man this morning.
And Fort Worth ISD versus a reverend, why the school board is taking legal action.
Plus, the late August heat and humidity continues, but as we get closer to the holiday weekend, we're going to bring in a pretty good chance for rain. Your forecast is straight ahead, and News 8 at 5 starts right now.
Live from Victory Park, this is News 8 at 5.
Good evening, I'm Cynthia Izaguirre.
And I'm Jason Wheeler in for John McKay.
Live from WFAA, this is News 8 Now.
Parents are supposed to protect their children, but overnight, tragedy in Rowlett. Police say a father kills his 11-year-old son and then takes his own life. We want to thank you for joining us for News 8 at 5:30. I'm Marisa Vedra.
Live from Victory Park, this is News 8 at 10.
Good evening, I'm Cynthia Izaguirre.
I'm Jason Wheeler in for John McKay.
The mother of all bombs dropped for the first time ever in combat. Why now? And what happens next? Shots fired as hundreds gather at a Fort Worth park. A woman body slammed by police.
And I was just so humiliated.
Now telling her side of the story. Then a mother shares her pain.
We had to take him off life support.
Her story of giving that has come full circle.
Live from Victory Park, this is News 8 Now.
Breaking news at 5 o'clock of the defense rests in the John Wiley Price trial after just 2 days of questioning. Good evening. I'm John McKay.
Today on News 8 Daybreak, a body taken from its final resting place for the investigation of a possible serial killer.
President Trump's son-in-law and advisor Jared Kushner makes a visit to North Texas in hopes of making a change in prisons.
And crashes like this have happened at this home not once, but 5 times. We'll explain. You're up with News 8 Daybreak.
And good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us here at a refreshed Victory Park studio. I'm Ron Corning, 4:30 a.m. on this Friday morning.
And I'm Kara Sewell. Good to be back in our Victory Park location. We've got Dimitri here. I feel like we're looking like a sunrise this morning.
Live from Victory Park, this is WFAA News.
It's a very important thing to all of us to be able to get these 3 great people out.
Could this be the start of a brand new chapter between the U.S. and North Korea? President Trump welcoming home 3 Americans imprisoned in North Korea. Also, some breaking news from Washington, where President Trump has announced the summit with North Korea will be happening on June 12th in Singapore. Thanks for joining us this midday. I'm Jason Wheeler.
Live from Victory Park, this is WFAA News.
All that he has done for us through Israel in giving us the prophets, the scriptures, and the Messiah, that I could be a clear witness for Jesus Christ.
Dallas pastor Dr. Robert Jeffress is heading to Israel. The head of First Baptist Dallas announced that he will lead the prayer at tomorrow's controversial opening of the U.S. Embassy in Jerusalem.
A driver is stranded in the path of danger. A hero and his new best friend
it's given him a lot of comfort and hope.
On their journey home to North Texas. A special Mother's Day reunion. Moms receiving the gift of freedom. And love at first smell.
And then I could see that he was looking at that plant and kind of moving his way up to it. I think the vulture's falling in love.
Live from Victory Park, News 8 at 6 starts right now.
A meeting of faith, race, and politics. Good evening. I'm John McKay.
And I'm Cynthia Izaguirre.
Tonight, talk about bad location, the house that cars just keep hitting. It's been a year since someone in North Texas ran over a little girl. Why haven't they been caught?
I see her in the street all the time, and it's just something that'll never go away.
Drugged and dying, the ones you love the most at risk. WFAA investigates. Hero to the rescue, a deputy jumps in to save an unconscious baby. And asking a date to prom isn't like it used to be. Live from Victory Park, this is WFAA News at 10.
We start with breaking news and a startling revelation about a possible serial killer.
Live from Victory Park, this is WFAA News.
First at 10, the healing power of sports on display tonight. It has been less than a month. It's the implosion that didn't quite go as planned.
And it certainly looks like a failure to me.
Now, it might slow you down on your morning commute. He was just sitting at a stop sign when a street race cost him his life.
He's the life of the party. He's a good man.
Well, we're live out here at South Victory, and what a gorgeous weekend it's been, but I hope you're ready. Rain returns. I'm talking widespread rain. I'll tell you when, coming up.
Does conservative Texas actually lead the U.S. in green energy? We verify. Live from South Victory, WFAA News at 10 starts now. Talk about an implosion fail. If you drove down 75 today, you might have seen it. This is now being called the Leaning Tower of Dallas.